Welcome back to the Valley Voices. I'm your host, Christina Wagner. We have a lot of fun during the breaks. There's a lot of information going around in this room. So if you're watching us on the webcam on NBC1260.com and you can read lips, wow. Sorry. But for those of you that are listening on the dial 1260, just want to let you know our call-in number is 480-423-1260. That's 480-423-1260. If you do have any questions, feel free to give us a call. If you want to be part of the conversation, feel free to do that. In our last segment, we were talking about all the benefits that the Ahwatukee Chamber of Commerce brings to the community. One of the many benefits that they bring to the community is an annual fireworks display for the 4th of July, and that is the Red, White, and Boom. I'm just going to share a quick story. The first time that I went to the Red, White, and Boom, it was 2 years ago. I live right on the golf course of the Dobson Ranch, and we always saw our fireworks right there from our backyard. Then there was a lot of talk that they weren't going to be doing the fireworks. So I started looking outside of my little Mesa bubble to see what other fireworks they were. And through networking, I found out about the Red, White, and Boom. Took my kids over there, had an amazing experience. This was great. The next year, so that was just at a participation level, just going, viewing it, was amazed, loved the event, loved that it was family friendly. It was honestly, in my entire life, it was the first time I was physically at a fireworks show, sitting there on the grass with the fireworks going overhead. It was phenomenal. From that point on, I vowed no more will I watch fireworks from a distance because I don't want to deal with the traffic. From now on, I'm dealing with the traffic and I'm going to the event. Well, so then year 2, Red, White, and Boom. I got a little bit more involved. And Christy Ellis and I made a video. How fun was that video, Christy?
So much fun. It was way too much fun.
If you could describe for people, we're on radio, which is the theater of the mind. Christy Ellis and I are standing in front of a green screen, and we're talking about all the benefits of the Red, White, and Boom, how businesses can get involved. What do you remember about it?
We were talking about the benefits of it, the value of it, the sponsorships, and we were just trying to give as much information in, I think, 30 seconds as possible.
Yes. Yeah. Very short.
We actually had some pretty darn good timing, if you ask me.
We did. We had too much fun. And then to kind of, since we had a green screen behind us, Mojo Video, which did the video for us, they were able to add elements. And so they added fireworks. So we went red, white, and boom! And there were fireworks behind us. Which
not at the time, but it was really well placed afterwards. Yes, it was so cool.
It was. I think it was a great video. And apparently you caught a lot of teasing, ribbing.
Jesting, yes. Good elbow.
Well, now I know why, while I was at the Red, White, and Boom that year, now I know why so many people were looking at me like, do I know her?
You're a celebrity.
It all makes sense now. I get it. Okay, so the Red, White, and Boom. Mm-hmm. It is a fireworks display that's put on by the Chamber?
Correct.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the event.
Sure. Well, the first part that's huge for us is we continue to offer this as a free event so that everybody in the area who wants to come. I mean, and it's not just an Ahwatukee thing. It's Tempe, Chandler, Gilbert, everybody. We want to have as many people come enjoy it. And we do it on July 3rd. So it's a little different for us. We come the day before. So if you have some time, maybe not on the 4th of July, but the day before, we put on the event for about 5,000 people come and about probably 40,000 total watch. So it's a pretty significant size. Right. This year, we've added quite a bit. And so, can I talk about all that exciting stuff now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what we did was we hired a production company, HDE, to help us out. We wanted to keep growing every year. And so this year we're adding a water park. We have a hospitality tent where people can buy tickets if they prefer to be in a misted area with food that's available. We have a special VIP area for our sponsors. And then we're going to be having Radio Disney perform. Mm-hmm. We're going to be having a stage which will be lots of music the whole entire time. It's just going to be a really great, vendors too. Oh my gosh, the amount of vendors we're going to have between the food and the retail. it's changed quite a bit. There's going to be a whole entire row of vendors when you walk in that you can take a look at different things, and it's just a phenomenal production this year.
Okay, so let's talk about the differences between the hospitality tent and the sponsorship area.
Sure, absolutely. Well, the sponsorship, we have different levels of sponsorship. Some are still available, and the contributors to that get a special place within the country club. There's an actual building that they can be in that's going to have food, beverages, and decorations. Just a nice little place to kick back during the day if they want to go in there. The hospitality is available to anybody for $25 per ticket. Okay. You'll get a free drink, food. It's misted. Tables are set up with chairs to sit there for a little bit and relax. So you can cool down a little bit if you want to go over there. And then there's also the free event for anyone who just rather, take out their blanket, lay it down, and sit over on one of the grassy hills with their families or their chairs, and that's fine as well.
So let me ask you this question. If you're not a business that would be a likely candidate for sponsorship, are you going to get kind of the same feel that you would in that sponsorship area? Is the hospitality tent kind of the equivalent of that?
The hospitality tent is for anybody. Okay. So it's any person, maybe a family who prefers not to sit in the grass, and maybe they want to have a meal and they know that they're going to spend more time in the misted area. That's what.
So food's included?
Yes, one beverage and one meal.
I got to tell you, as a sponsor last year, being able to be in that sponsorship area, I thought it was an amazing experience, knowing that I had kind of a space, and I'm not one of those that likes to rough it, so I didn't.
You got your parking, you got your space, you're all set up. So
absolutely. That's awesome. Now, sponsorship opportunities.
Yes.
Do you still have sponsorship opportunities?
We do still have sponsorship opportunities.
Imagine that. Funny how that works.
It is amazing, right?
Yes. So sponsorship levels, give me a range.
Ann Gill's here from the Ahwatukee Chamber as well. She's the president. I'm going to let her talk to a little bit more of the sponsorship ranges that are available still.
Great. Yep, there's different ranges. Everything from a contributing sponsor, which is at $500 for the activity zone. There's $1,000 sponsorships, $3,000 sponsorships, all the way up to $10,000. And people also just can donate and make contributions. The community really gets involved and supports this. Besides businesses and sponsorships, the community is sending in donations, going on our website, and just putting those donations in. It's wonderful.
And what I love is that if you go to the listeners, go to the website, ahwatukeechamber.com. That's AHWATUKEE chamber.com. And right on their homepage, you'll see an icon for the Red, White, and Boom. You can click on that, and it's going to take you to information regarding the festival. Now, what about volunteers?
We still would love to have volunteers. Absolutely. So it's a big event. It's a large undertaking, and so the more help we have, the better. It's about 100 volunteers would be fantastic. Yeah. So anybody who would love to join up, you can go on our website, the Ahwatukee Chamber website, and there's a space right there where you can go and sign up on the volunteer forms, and there's different shifts. So if you have any questions, you can always contact the chamber about shifts that are available. But anybody who wants to, give to the community, take some time, kind of be a part of it, because it really is a feeling of ownership when you get in there and you're really kind of getting down and connecting with everybody and being part of this amazing event, and then watching those fireworks go off. It's like this, this amazing feeling that you've created. So I highly recommend being a volunteer.
I couldn't agree more, especially, looking at it from my personal perspective. The first year I was just there as a mom with my kids attending the event, and it was a great experience. The next year we were sponsors. I helped to set up some of the event, and I met some amazing business owners who I have continued to network with, run into while I'm in Ahwatukee all the time. So, from a business standpoint, I'm always looking for a win-win, and this event, being involved with it, is definitely a win-win.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the day of the event, it's from 3 to 11.
Correct.
It's at the Ahwatukee Country Club.
Right.
Which is at 48th Street and Warner. Okay. Casey Lee Smith is performing from 3 to 5. Tell us a little bit about that. Casey Lee Smith.
He's an Arizona native, a rising country singer, and just a great artist.
Okay.
And just really well known, I think, locally. And so we would always like to include local flavor in our event. Absolutely.
Yep. I love that. And then the Ahwatukee Children's Theater is doing a hot dog eating contest hosted by Von Hanson's Meats and Spirits.
Well, actually, Von Hanson's is doing the hot dog eating contest, and the Ahwatukee Children's Theater, they're kind of Ahwatukee's next best thing. It's almost like a little Ahwatukee idol.
Right.
So they're kind of two events that follow each other, but they're they have a booth at the event. So from between 3 and 5, the kids can come to the Children's Theater tent and do their best to be the next Ahwatukee idol or Ahwatukee's next best thing, I think is what they're saying. And then they'll bring them up on the stage. And
So any kids can come and participate in that?
You bet.
They don't have to be pre-vetted?
Nope. Yep, it's free. It's open to the public. Come on in.
This guy's going to be doing something. On July 3rd.
July 3rd. And then once they'll come from the booth and they'll kind of select the finalists, and then they'll bring them up on the stage.
That's awesome. And the hot dog eating contest.
Yes.
Yes, it's always fun.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
And Von Hanson's Meats, they have the best food.
I know.
So it's going to be a good hot dog eating contest.
I may join just to eat the hot dogs.
Yeah,
as many as possible.
Boom!
Completely right.
Are you going to do it?
Would you do it? I'll do it if you do it.
If you do it, I'll do it.
I'll do it if you do it.
I'll have to put it on Facebook.
Careful,
we'll
your
do it.
trainer's probably still listening.
Oh, no! I don't eat hot dogs. Hot dogs are bad.
No, the
No.
brat then. We'll do brats.
Broad eating contest.
I think everything in moderation. I
Absolutely.
will definitely have a hot dog.
Okay, we'll share a hot dog.
Okay, all right, awesome. I've seen hot dog eating contests. I don't think they actually ingest the whole, don't they water
No, I think
it?
they eat the whole thing, really.
Really?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
you seem to get all that water with it and everything and trying
Oh.
to get it down?
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And I know that Von Hanson's is a great, they've been,
Yeah.
since the first networking event that I went to at the Ahwatukee Chamber, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vision is one of your top sponsors. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How many years have you been a sponsor with the Red, White, and Boom?
We've been a sponsor with Red, White, and Boom since it came back from from Rawhide back into Ahwatukee. So this is our 4th year now, and our 3rd year as presenting sponsor.
Fantastic. Great involvement. You love it.
It's-
Obviously, you're doing it again. No, it was a bad experience, but we're doing it again.
it's actually, beyond a wonderful time. You can't really appreciate, for the people who grew up watching fireworks and whatnot, you cannot appreciate how different this really is. You are so close, you feel the concussion of the shells going off, the ash falling. And last year, as a shameless self-interested plug here, I actually got to hand light the very first shell that was fired last year, so that was a blast.
That is awesome.
Literally.
For those of you that are just tuning in, we're not talking about concussion grenades. This is not. We're talking about the Red, White, and Boom. For more details, I want you to go to the AhwatukeeChamber.com website. Click on the Red, White, and Boom for all your details. Hope to see you there on July 3rd from 3 to 11 p.m. You're listening to The Valley Voices. I'm your host, Christina Wagner, and we will be back in 2 minutes.
Take this pink ribbon off my